It was like good old-fashioned mischief. So there's this guy in the neighborhood who he lived with his mom, which back then was hysterical. Now, to me, it sounds kind of nice. I'm like, oh, he's just living rent-free, and she probably got the groceries. But back then, it was like, wow, bro, get it together. We used to play basketball at my friend's house across the street, and the basketball court was like kind of in the street. And so I was sitting at the edge of his like driveway, just sitting on a ball, watching them play. And he came out and he started yelling at me. He's like, get off my property or I'm going to throw you in a trash can. That's what he said to me. He said he was going to throw me in a trash can. And in that moment, I was like, your life is going to be hell now. You just did it. So we just proceeded to mess with this dude and I'm not talking anything terrible, you know what I mean? We were just like doorbell ditch, that kind of stuff. But religiously and like all the time. Every Friday, we would do something. We would doorbell ditch, firecrackers off in his yard. At one point, we went to Five Below, and we got a 3-man water balloon launcher, and we would stand across the street behind this house, and we would just, like a Survivor challenge, just launching these water balloons, hitting his house, and he just didn't know where it was coming from. It was hysterical. And then he got a little smart. He started to pick up the pattern, like, okay, these fuckers are coming every Friday at the exact same time. I'm going to be ready for them. And so it was around Halloween, so everyone had these decorations up. And so my brother, he runs up, and he doesn't knock on the door. He just does one big bang, one just boom, right on the door. And he's waiting. He's got his hand on it, so he hits the door. The guy swings open the door to see my brother, and everyone just fucking scatters. And my friend is across the street in this yard that has all these like decorations and ornaments for Halloween. And so he just flips his hood and just sits down and perches up like a fucking gargoyle and just stays perfectly still. And the dude is like, he's got a flashlight and he's like looking for people. And he glanced over him a few times and he just didn't see him. He just blended the fuck in as a gargoyle. And he and then his mom came out and they're running around. I mean, it was the best. It was the best of times. It was the best of times when you could do that. You had nothing to lose. Like, you get caught, what's going to happen? Nothing. Oh, God, that was the best. We messed with him for years. I had a vendetta. Back that you wronged me. And then I was like, okay, we'll be back. And we weren't back the next day. We weren't back the next week. We weren't back the next month. We went back when you forgot about us. When we went back when you didn't know what this was about. You didn't know who it was. We're like the mob. You know what I mean? We're like the mob. We're not going to, just, a couple of years down the line, we're going to visit you. Maybe we'll visit your family. We'll come by your house. We'll knock on the door, We ask you some questions. Put two in the back of the head, We didn't do any of that, but we hit you with water balloons. We got you with those firecrackers. We knocked on your door at all times of the night. And again, it's harmless. Nothing was broken. Nothing was stolen. It was just a severe inconvenience, and we disrupted some sleep patterns for sure. And we made this guy think that somebody was out to get him. I mean, can you imagine, thinking from this guy's perspective? He's a nobody who lives at home with his mother. Like, why would someone target me? Why would someone keep doing this to me? And you just don't know the ripple effect of your actions, I suppose. And that's how the world worked back then. And I wish you could do that nowadays.